everyone, and it's Tom O'D here, Tommy Oldham off Twitter. If Twitter's still around by now, obviously there's been talk that it's going to disappear. And I'm looking ahead to the game today away at Maidstone. First of all, there was no video last week for Barnet. A few people asked me what happened, basically. And I work Monday to Thursdays. Well, I've been off a few days this week. Looking forward to Saturday, pre-match beers, going out early, watching the other game, live entertainment you always see. And I woke up feeling like shit. Went back to bed, woke up again at 2 o'clock, had a shower and started being sick. So unfortunately I was just too ill to attend, which annoyed me because I was looking forward to seeing the ovation Peter Clark got when he returned. I don't like missing a game anyway, not bothered how well we're doing. Obviously, I woke up, it was like 20 to 5 and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to switch my phone on. I don't want to jinx us in case we're winning, and obviously we lost. I did put a shout on social media asking how we played. It seemed quite a lot of people said we're really bad, but people sometimes can put over the top reactions or initial reactions without actually thinking because they're frustrated. Sounds like we played well to start with, but the Reds dropped after they scored. Obviously, going back to the Wrexham game was disappointing. We knew it was a cut run, we know it was a free hit, but it was like they'd been beaten before they started. One of the highlights that was Kitchen played all right. By all accounts, played like Barnet, but I'm all for long-term planning, I'm all for long-term strategy. But Frans would say that about the FA Cup. Come off it, mate. The FA Cup, there's no points to be gained or lost. You just go for it. I was actually surprised at 3-0. So I thought when they got the third in Wrexham, they were just going to go on and score 4 or 5. Obviously, it was a good atmosphere. Felt a bit like an old school atmosphere to stand opposite us. The last time we played them, that was brand new. So it shows with the stand behind the goal now getting permission to be done up. They've got a lot of work to do. The atmosphere was decent. I've got a video to add there from the Athletic, the new song, Belgium Part of the Place to Be. And I really actually like the song. It's original. I've not heard anyone else sing it. It's got a nice little feel to it. A few of the young lads have shared the lyrics on Twitter. I'm not going to start singing it because one, I don't know the lyrics off the top of my head, and two, you don't really want to hear me singing. Well, not yet. Anyway, obviously, which brings us to today's game away at Maidstone. We head to Kent. We did play them a couple of seasons back in the FA Cup, which we won. It was a decent day out. So obviously, let's look on to this because it's been the day we get our first away win of the season. Let's end this rot of games that we can't seem to win. Again, there's been a few changes. We've got a lad in called Chapman from Cheltenham, who's part of their promotion winning side, so he knows what it's like to go up. Carty's now apparently gone back and he's gone on loan to Gateshead. So obviously inclusion of Peter Clark last week. I'm looking forward to seeing him play today. I think him and Hogan should work well together. He brings vital experience to the team. But Frunsworth, he needs to really start going for this now. Fans are starting to lose patience. I'm backing him. I've not gone his back. I've not called for his head yet. But there's a lot of fans that are past that stage already. We need long-term stability. But if we stay in the bottom 4 as we are at the moment, something's got to change. And I'm not losing patience, but results have to pick up. We can't just keep like, well, yeah, steady along. I do think we will stay up. I think there's worse teams in this league. As I keep saying, look at Maidstone and Wrexham drawing last week. Teams will take points off each other. Obviously, I'm flying out to Qatar tomorrow, so I'm actually in Langley, which is the other side of London, to where we have to go to Maidstone. Personally, Maidenhead's only half an hour down the road. I wish it actually been played there. Out for me for tomorrow, so I'm quite close to the airport. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the Frankfurt lads that are coming over for the game. Top set of lads. The friendship's 40 years old. I know a few people knock it on social media. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but do you know what? Have a talk with them, have a chat with them. If you ever get on the trips, absolutely go for it. I'm now about to make the 2-hour trip across London. By all accounts, it is to get there, plus a few errands here and there. So I'll see you at the game. Bit about Maidstone. The original Maidstone club went bankrupt in 1992. A last-ditch chance to save them was an attempted merger with Newcastle Blue Star up in the North East. Obviously, since the reform, they took over based at Maidstone in Fitzca. They've played in Cityborn, they've played in Ashford Town. One of their most famous players is Chris Smalling. They did get in the Conference National in 2016, got relegated and got promoted again last season. They also play on a plastic pitch. On Monday it's the FA Trophy third round draw. I don't think it's regionalised and there's plenty of ties there. Obviously one of the teams in there is Hednesford Town, who we played in the FA Cup in the 90s, and Chelmsford City as well. Won't mind Colville Town for some reason, they just stand out for me, but a winnable tie and possibly a route to Wembley. Just showing here, you can see the blue and tangerine trainers, the Viennas. A lot of Oldham fans bought them the other year. Actually quite regular on match days. Obviously we do play in blue and tangerine historically, so I thought I'd throw it in while I'm at this Adidas special exhibition in Manchester. It's not about Oldham, obviously it's about history trainers and footballs, history of Adidas, role it's played in sport, clothing, culture, but for throw it in this week's video.